Hmm? Oh, it's you. Is it that late already? Time flies when you're having fun. Or when you're trying to decipher scrolls written by some doddering old wizards. I do not need to know your thoughts on the metaphysical implications, Abidalzim. I need to know what somatic components to use for your spell to work. If his spells weren't so damn useful, I'd have tossed his entire spellbook on the fire a long time ago. I'm ranting. How was your day? Did you check out the view from my tower? Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh? Used to be even nicer, before people started poisoning the rivers with God knows what they're pumping into the water. But we are working on solving that. Speaking of working on something, it's time for another session. Take a seat, right there in that chair, with your arms on the armrests and your feet flat on the floor. Good. No more cold feet now, huh? Let me just grab my own chair real quick. There we go. Now, you know what to do. Look at me. Look into my eyes. Very good. Well, I guess you've already got a pretty good idea of what's coming next. We've done this whole song and dance a couple of times now already. Then again, maybe you don't. I'm never sure how much of your sessions you actually remember. Maybe I should make sure you remember this one. Or at least some of it. You don't remember much at all, do you? Well, then I guess I should explain it to you. After all, what's the point of brainwashing you if you barely even realize what's happening to you? At first, I'm going to make sure you're incredibly relaxed. I will be asking you to relax your muscles, do breathing exercises, those kind of things. And you will be doing everything I ask of you. Not only because you know the consequences if you don't, but also because by now, obeying small suggestions like that isn't a choice anymore. When I tell you to do something small, things that you know will make you feel good, you will already be obeying me, instinctively and automatically. It will be the most natural thing in the world. And while you're busy following those instructions, relaxing your body and your mind, I will be talking to you the entire time, speaking to you in a soft, soothing tone, lulling your mind to sleep. And then, when you inevitably slip away entirely, when your consciousness fades away and your mind opens itself up to me, I will start talking about how you need to obey me, about how you need to submit to me, making you a little more obedient, a little more loyal, a little more mine. You will wake up just a tiny bit different. And then I will do it again. Tomorrow morning, I will hypnotize you again. And then again in the evening, I will be hypnotizing you again and again and again. And every single time I do, my instructions are going to stick a little better. We'll keep having these sessions for days, weeks even, until finally you're going to be as obedient to me when you're awake as you are when you're in trance, which is to say, utterly. You will believe whatever I tell you, even the most outrageous lies. You will do anything I tell you to, even things you really don't want to. Yes, when I am through with you, you will completely submit to me. You will be mindlessly obedient to me, unwaveringly loyal, completely mine. But It's going to take quite a few more sessions before we're that far. So, suppose we'd better get started on this one, huh? Just stay as you are and keep your eyes on mine. Look deeply into my eyes and listen to me. Don't worry, since you already know everything I'm going to be saying to you, you won't have to pay attention for long. What I want you to do, what you are going to do, is focus on your breathing. And I want you to count as you breathe. Every breath in and every breath out, I want you to count. So, when you breathe in, that's 1. And when you breathe out, that's 2. And now in again, that's 3. And out, 4. You're going to keep counting like this, all the way up to 10. And when you hit 10, you're going to start counting down instead. So for example, you breathe in, and you hit 10, and you breathe out. And that's 9. Breathe in again, 8, and so on. Until you hit 1. And when you hit 1, you'll simply start counting up again. And you will keep repeating this cycle. Counting up to 10, and then back down to 1, and back to 10, and so on. And if this sounds familiar to you, well, it's possible you might have done this before, once or twice. But if it doesn't sound familiar, even better. Just keep breathing. Slow, deep breaths. And keep counting. First up to 10, and then back down to 1. Listen to my voice, but don't focus on it. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your counting. You don't have to pay attention to what I'm saying to you. You can just let my voice wash over you. You can tune it out. Let it fade into the background. It's fine. Because even if you don't quite register what I'm saying to you, my words will still affect you. If your conscious mind is too busy, too focused on counting your breaths, to pay attention to my words, they'll simply slip right on past and sink in and settle somewhere deep inside. And that's perfectly fine. That's what I want to happen. So, keep listening to the sound of my voice. Keep counting and keep relaxing. 10. You're at 10 now. Breathe. And 9. You are sinking into relaxation, submission, obedience, just like you always do when you look into my eyes. And I want you to notice how you're sinking deeper with every number you count down, sinking down as the numbers go down, deeper and deeper, mind dimming and consciousness fading until you hit 1 and you're almost all the way under, and then slowly starting to come back up again as you start counting up, regaining some semblance of awareness. But you're not coming up nearly as fast as you were going down. The numbers rise, but your mind doesn't quite follow. You're still deeper than the last time you were at this number. You're going up and down and up and down, And every time you hit 1, you've sunk a little deeper than you've done before. And every time you hit 10, you're still a little more obedient, a little deeper under my spell than you were before. But before you fully realize it, you're already going down again. And that's going to keep happening. You're going to keep going up and down, and up and down, as the numbers go up and down, and up and down. And you'll keep sinking a little deeper with every cycle, just like I keep putting you under, and then waking you back up again with every single session we have. Just like you keep going deeper every single time I hypnotize you. Just like every single time you wake up a little more obedient, a little more deeply under my control. And just like I'm going to keep hypnotizing you until your mind is finally completely mine, you're going to keep going up and down now until you finally go all the way under, until your mind slips away and drifts off to sleep. You have no idea how many times I've put you under already, even if you think you do. Just like you have no idea how many times you've hit the number 1 already. You know it's true. You know my sessions are starting to affect you. You're falling under my spell, surrendering to my control. Just like you're doing right now on a much smaller scale. Maybe you can even feel it happening to you. The way you're never quite surfacing anymore, even when you hit 10. The way the numbers keep slipping from your grasp. The way some kind of fog seems to be rolling into your mind, covering your thoughts like a warm, comfortable blanket, making it so hard to think, so hard to keep track of the numbers, making it impossible to do anything other than to listen and obey. You're sinking away, deeper and deeper and deeper. You're no longer coming up again, not even for the briefest moment. You're simply sinking into obedience and submission. Your body becoming heavier and heavier. Your mind becoming sleepier and sleepier. Feeling my words sliding into your thoughts and taking them over completely. You need to obey me. You need to submit to me. You know you do. And you're absolutely fine with that, because you know I will never hurt you. You will obey me. You will serve me. You will submit to me. Obey and submit. Fall into my eyes and let go. Give in. Feel your eyes drifting shut as your mind starts shutting down, as it latches onto my voice, as my voice becomes the only thing you're still aware of. My voice, taking over your mind and your thoughts, telling you to submit, telling you to obey. It sounds so nice. My voice is so soft, so soothing, like silk ribbons brushing against your mind, caressing you, wrapping you up, and binding you to my will. It feels so nice, so wonderful. You're sinking into my control, into obedience and submission, and it feels wonderful. Melting into my voice. It sounds so nice. It makes you think of the softest velvet bed sheets gliding against your skin, of getting into bed, snuggling in, and simply drifting off to sleep. 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 Wake up. Do you remember the session now? Well, the induction at least, the first part? Good. And how was it? Did you like it? Did you enjoy the feeling of your mind melting away? Huh? You did? Well, good for you, I guess. I've got some stuff to take care of tomorrow morning, so feel free to just do whatever. I will send for you when it's time for another session. Now go on, get out of here. Go to bed. Good night.